If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button. It really does help me out a lot. And of course, subscribe for more FIFA 22 content, Road to Glory, play reviews, you name it, we've got it. If you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Road to Glory. Remember, if you do want to ask a question or to tell me something that you're particularly proud of, that's what the comment section's there for. So feel free to drop a comment, whether it's about the gameplay, whether it's a suggestion or whatever, because there are a few people who have helped me out a lot just from going off the comment section of yesterday's video. Of course, yesterday's video is a bit of a weird one because it was just packs, so it's a bit difficult to comment on anything other than who I've packed. You just saw the team that we came up against. This is a solo match. I don't go into that many division rival games solo. I'm going to do a lot more though, because I have to, because you can't do champs in co-op. You can't do the playoff section in co-op. I need to learn how to play solo. I have been practicing my defending. That there was the only time, I'm pretty sure the only time my opponent had a shot. Good team, decent little player. I have been struggling massively with regards to FIFA this year. I am terrible. Just like self-confessed awful at the game. So I'm going to need every bit of help I can. I managed to get up to around 320,000 coins with everything that we packed yesterday tradable, with the bit of trade-in that I did at the very beginning of the game, and a couple of the players that I managed to pack, and obviously the 4,600 FIFA points that EA gifted to it. I say gifted, that I paid for through the Ultimate Edition. I managed to build up 320k. The whole plan of this series was to buy Jerzy Dudek. I've done it. However, I was thinking to not do it, and use those coins to buy players that would actually benefit me in terms of being able to win games. Jerzy Dudek is one of those players that isn't going to win me a game. I mean, he might make the odd save here or there that I'm thinking, wow, that is outrageous, that's just saved me 3 points or whatever it may be, because Martinez has done that plenty of times, but it's not like a fantastic, expensive striker that is going to score me 3 or 4 goals. Raheem Sterling is on the shopping list. I may or may not buy him, but I think he is going to be better, much better, than Adama Traore. I'm actually showing you the entire second half. I am particularly proud of the way I defend in this FIFA. It's a bit cheese, to be honest, because in every, well, not in every, but the last 2 FIFAs especially, the way to defend and the meta way to defend was to control your CDM, cut the passing lane, let the AI do everything for you with regards to the centre-backs. The way that I'm pretty sure the meta way of defending this year is going to be to control your centre-backs and let the AI control the CDMs by using second-man press. You only get a 4-second burst, I think it is, with second-man press. This is why Raheem Sterling's going to be better than Adama, by the way. Raheem would have buried that, I'm almost certain. Or in fact, I would have had far more confidence to potentially round the goalkeeper rather than kick it straight down the throat of the goalkeeper. Adama doesn't have very good finishing, even with a dead-eye. So he's just pure pace. Bringing Adama off the bench, and like I said, I'll show you the team when we get past the gameplay. But bringing Adama off the bench is going to be far more dangerous and threatening than it is starting him. Like, against tired legs, Adama's going to be ridiculous, and I won't need him to be as good in front of goal or as intricate as Sterling will be, because he's going to be against tired legs. He will be able to burst through and around the back quite easily against those defenders that have been on since the very beginning of the game. But I'll talk more about that in a second. So with regards to defending, yeah, I think you get like a 4-second, it might be less, but I'm pretty sure it's a 4-second burst of second-man press, which is enough for the way that I defend. I've watched a couple of tutorials. I'm not going to say that I thought of this myself, because I didn't. I didn't even think, to be honest, I thought pros and things didn't use second man press that often, and they were all using the AI to sort of manually close down and whatever. But I was very proud of this game, considering I just came off the back of 2 losses and a draw, and I was 2-0 up in the one game. Guy came back and scored twice in the last 10-15 minutes or so, and I thought, well, I'm just trash at this game, can't do it. I actually rage quit 2 games, went 2-0 down within half an hour. I was no match for them, I left. Then went 2-0 up in the next game, conceded 2 late on, thought, this is just not for me. I actually considered for a second either running a pure Squad Battles Road to Glory or a menu Road to Glory, or just jacking it in altogether, because it's not that I'm not enjoying it, I'm frustrated that I'm not very good at it. And then I didn't lean forward, but I concentrated a bit more. I thought, you know what, focus more on the defending side of things. Look at this from Verratti, off the bench, and boom, what a finish. Adama couldn't do that, that's for sure. Not that he came on for Adama, but yeah. I just concentrated a little bit more on my defending and then just let whatever happen with regards to attacking. Switched into a 4-2-3-1. I've gone back to FIFA 20. 4-2-3-1 seems to work quite well. This frustrated me. This was my own fault. It was so stupid to do that. Go back to the keeper and rebuild. Luckily, he took one touch too many, and Martinez is actually a very good goalkeeper. So, you packed a French left-back from Bruges who sells for 4k, says the David. I didn't know that. I will go and sell him for 4,000 coins. Thank you very much. See, I would, if you see anyone that I pack and you know that they're worth money, I don't, right? And I don't really spend all day on the game anymore. I used to, back in previous FIFAs. I would literally turn the game on first thing when I woke up and it wouldn't go off until I went to sleep. I don't do that anymore because I've got the time. So I don't sit around and know the price of every single player like I would normally through previous FIFA. So if you do see something that I've obviously missed, call it out. Javier Cotta says, Muriel is overpowered, but what surprised me was Ilicic. He's so good this year and has 5-star skills. Someone said Ilicic isn't in FIFA 22. He is, because he was on my bench for a while and I've used him. And yeah, I've seen quite a few people actually mention that Ilicic is going to be a bit of one of those like not underpowered, but underappreciated players. And as soon as he gets a special item, he'll be very, very good. I can't say I really liked him too much, but I don't know. He wasn't like cumbersome or anything, because the game does suit that kind of, you know, like almost like Lukaku. Lukaku's got a bit of pace to him, to be fair, but Lukaku is like a bigger, strong, tall player that in previous FIFAs just you couldn't use them. This FIFA at the moment, pre-patch, because let's be honest, a patch to ruin the game is coming at some point, you can use them and they are useful. Ilicic for me though, unfortunately, I don't know, didn't really. Yeah, Muriel off the bench was quite useful, won't lie. Played a long ball there, bit of a hit and hope from Adama. Again, I think Sterling might be better, but we'll see. Saul is playing in this game, by the way. Like I said, I'll show my team in just a second. The gameplay is coming to an end. We do score one more goal, though. Adama bursts around the outside. Had to play it across because I just don't trust Adama to shoot. And Grealish is there. Really wanted that once to watch Grealish. Very, very frustrated that EA gave me Saul. To be fair, though, Saul, not a bad player at all. A little bit on the slow side. Not a massive fan of his pace, but he actually wasn't bad for me yesterday. Definitely wasn't the worst player on the pitch, that's for sure. Stats-wise, I felt like I should have scored another 4 goals. Obviously, the goalkeepers are really good, but I struggled to finish. I feel like I struggled to create chances, but looking at that, 12 shots. Let me know in the comments what formations you run, and if you have any specific player instructions, I would be very interested to hear. Now, with regards to SBCs, the team packs, etc., I have marquee matchup packs to open. I will have a fair few objective packs soon. I am going to try my best to grind out a few objectives over the coming days. Squad battle rewards, don't know how much squad battles I'll be able to play between now and well, tomorrow night, really, because I need to qualify, or I need to get enough points to attempt to qualify for Weekend League. I am about 500 off. I've played a few, but I've also left a few because I got really frustrated. But anyway, I need to get those games in. Andre Silva, 84 rated. I'll never use him. However, got to finish it, got to complete it. Made this mistake last year. Granted, last year the player was Alan Saint-Maximin, right? And he was very expensive. I think, off the top of my head, he was about 300 to 350,000 coins. It was a lot of money. Hardly anyone did it because it was so expensive. He ended up getting like 4 informs or something stupid. It was worth it in the end if you did it. Andre Silva, 83 rated team, 80 chemistry, had the majority of the players in the club. Packed 2 Cavani's yesterday, so I'll be able to replenish that Cavani from the transfer list, as well as maybe Sula and I think Guerrero as well. So not bad. Obviously going to give up my actual Andre, my base Andre Silva, if you will. And there we go. I think I've got another Lucas Hernandez on the transfer list as well. I'll have to look at that in a second. But You have to do it. I did Shaqiri, even though a lot of people didn't think it was worth it. Even if he gets 2 upgrades, Shaqiri, worth it in my opinion. Andre Silva, 1 upgrade, goes to an 86. What's not to like about that? Leipzig need to win 5 of their next 10 from yesterday onwards for him to get an upgrade as well. And then, of course, if he does end up getting an inform, this guy was one of Europe's top goal scorers last season, believe it or not, and now he is the main striker for Leipzig. And they're a good side. So maybe not the side they were a couple of seasons ago, but I still think that they're a good side. And I definitely think that he's got some legs. Let's put it that way. So there he is, 84 rated currently. Suits the game quite well as well, actually, to be fair. Not the fastest, obviously, but yeah, more than happy to do it. I had enough fodder, so there it is. In terms of stats, 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot, 6'1", and he can finish. He's pretty good on the ball as well, actually, but he can finish. He's good in the air. What's not to like about that for an 83 rated team? If you've just started, you're not putting any FIFA points on, you just bought the bog standard edition, you don't do any trading, and maybe you're not even particularly good at the game, so you don't think you'll ever be able to qualify for Weekend League, don't do it, obviously, because you're not going to be able to generate that many coins from playing Rivals or any other game mode for that fact, because the rewards are somewhat trash this year. We have a pack, Small Prime Gold Players pack. It is untradeable, but it is from the season. What is it? Just the season, I guess. That's what they're calling it, Season 1. Next, we get a Trent. Look forward to that. Then we get that. And then the next pack is a 25k untradeable. And then we get another one straight away. I'm almost certain they are the same packs as they were last year. Yeah, they've got no imagination, EA. They really haven't. They haven't changed it at all. So in terms of transfers, let's have a little look. Lukaku, he went for 45,000 coins. As predicted, he dropped somewhat. We got Valverde, 33k. Alan sold for 16. Adam Martial sold for 7.5k. Lecroix sold for 34. We can now put Cavani back into club. What else have we got here? There was I think I've used Kramaric. There we go. There's Hernandez who can go back in. All these, look at that. Look how many Matips I've got that have come from random SBC packs and stuff. Loads of cards on the transfer list that I desperately need to sift through because I just keep adding everything to the transfer list and I really should sort it out. That's accumulated since early access, by the way. It's just been totting up and totting up and totting up. The 4,600 FIFA points, the couple of extra FIFA points that I put on to do those extra 2 packs, and all of the objectives packs have been the ones that I've been swapping out. And then, of course, not bad. And then, of course, all the packs that we did yesterday, it's now filled my transfer list. So these are tradable. I'll probably just chuck them into the club, but I'm guessing, at the moment, they're not really worth anything. I would imagine when League SBCs come out, assuming they will this year. Of course, we always assume that they will, but you never know, they might not. These will go up to some decent money because there are less silver packs and less bronze packs, far less bronze packs actually being opened. So 750 coin bronze pack method could be a thing, who knows. Right, let's get through these packs then. This is all from marquee matchups, and the Small Prime Gold Players pack is from the Season 1 thing that we just picked up, right? All of them are tradable then, apart from the Small Prime. So we'll do the Mixed Players pack. These, I think, were actually the best packs yesterday. Opened 50Ks and all sorts, and the best players came from like random Mixed Players packs and Prime Electrums and things. That one, however, wasn't amazing. I'm going to hopefully be able to put all these cards on the transfer list because I would imagine I'll pack a fair few duplicates. The club is full of just random low-rated fodder. I'm tempted to do a load of 2-player packs, but I don't know whether it's worth pumping the money in. Well, not the money, but the players into it or not. Small Rare Mixed Players pack. Let's do that. Let's do that. To walkout, it's Jamie Vardy. I've had him once. I can't believe I've just got a walkout in that. Jamie Vardy. I packed him the other day, actually. Was it a 2-player pack or something? I think it might have been. I've done a fair few 2-player packs randomly. I've recorded them all. None of them were particularly very good. Verratti came from... What did Verratti come from? Donnarumma came from a 2-player pack. I think Verratti came from that one 7.5 pack that I use the remaining FIFA points on. Can't quite remember. But Jamie Vardy, who is tradable and a duplicate, and is currently not selling for a lot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save him. There's no point selling him just yet. We've got an 84 Maignan as well. Didn't even realise that. Did not even register. An 84 and Jamie Vardy. Not bad at all. Premier League centre mid there. Silver centre mid. Not worth anything right now, but will be, I'm sure, at some point. That was a banging pack. It's all downhill from here. Very, very happy with that. What else do we have going on? Tradable 25, tradable Prime Electrum, and a small Prime. Let's do the small Prime because it's untradeable, right? So unless we get a really good high-rated card, I'm not that bothered. It's going to be a board. It is going to be Ocampos, 83. Shame about the pace. Good all-round stats, to be fair. Shame he can't pass. But, I mean, short passing is 80. Free kicks is what lets him down. It's not actually a bad card, is it? Look at that stamina. Look at the physicals on that. Really good physicals. Apart from his balance, that's not bad for an 83. Decent finishing. Not bad. I wouldn't use him as a left wing. Maybe a cam, potentially. But either way, not bad. Not going to use him. Just an observation more than anything. Prime Electrum Players Pack. Would love to hit a Ronaldo here. I would love to hit Jack Grealish, if I'm honest. Or a hero, of course. But Jack Grealish would be the main one I'd like to get. Because he's going to stay in my club for a little while. But one that's dynamic would be very nice. Not in that pack. That was the worst one we've opened. And the 25k pack that's tradable from marquee matchups as a group reward doesn't even yield a board. It's another Reguilon, which we already have from yesterday's packs. He's played 3 or 4 games for me so far. We have Onyatu. The interesting thing about him is I actually don't think he'd be that bad. So, weak foot, awful. Skill moves, it's a shame. But he's 6'7". Crossing, I wouldn't say it's overpowered, but it's useful this year. You can actually cross. And he's got 91 head and he's 6'7". Really good finishing. Can't run. His acceleration is horrendous. And his agility and balance are shocking. But I would actually quite like to use him, so I'm kind of glad I've packed him. I'll have a little sort of, I don't know, substitute appearance here or there or something, and then probably end up discarding him for the coins. Possibly. I doubt he's ever going to be worth anything. And there we go. They released those things yesterday, didn't they? I think we talked about those. Let's jump into the team. So, bought myself a Jerzy Dudek. He came into the club for 107,000. Now, I was on my phone when I did this because I've been checking it constantly to see like what his lowest price was. This is the lowest that I've seen. I've been told that he went below 100k at 5 a.m. I wasn't awake at 5 a.m, so I didn't see it. 107,000 is the cheapest I've seen. I dived on it. I would love to have bought one, that didn't have any games played. It's annoying that he's got those 3 games, but, you know, it is what it is, right? I'm not going to cry about it necessarily. I played 5 games with him. How many games has Reguilon actually played? He's played 5. Okay, fair enough. I did play more yesterday than I thought I did. I think I must have drawn 2 then. I rage quit 2, drew 2, and 1-1. That was it. I'm awful. I'm absolutely horrendous at this game. So, let me go double check to see how much Jerzy Dudek is. We have options now. A lot of options, actually. Do I... Let's see, he's crept back up again. There's one there for 112 with no games. See, I'd happily pay the extra 5,000 to buy him. But there we are. I've got 213k. Obviously, I would rather not spend every single coin that I have to improve the team, but I feel like I do need to spend a substantial amount on this side. I want to improve Tony, right? His record speaks for itself. For someone who's not very good at the game, self-confessed, and he hasn't played a second of squad battles, by the way. 23 goals in 25 games of rivals with 10 assists. You can't argue that that is a decent record. Considering I don't think I'm very good at the game, that's not bad, right? I'm not a fan of him. I don't really like him. I would like to take him out of the team. Adama, for as decent as he is in terms of the threat, I'm not a massive fan. He has played squad battles, by the way. I'm not a massive fan of like anything he can do other than his running, right? He's strong and he's got pace. His dribbling is very good. He's terrible in front of goal. I don't have any confidence in his passing. He needs to go. Raheem Sterling, in my opinion, is going to be the player that I bring in to replace Adama. I think he's between 50 and 60. I therefore have around 150k, give or take. Would like to keep a few coins, but I've got about 150k to improve the striker position. I would like to improve the central midfield position as well, to be fair. That Grealish does play centre mid. Allen is there. I don't mind those two. Going to keep them. Zaha's been quite decent for me. Not that I don't think he's done anything in front of goal. He scored twice. I want to get rid of Saul or drop him to the reserves or whatever. So those three positions up for grabs. Don't necessarily need to be Premier League players either, to be honest. Whatever. Sterling, I think, is going to go there. Adama off the bench would be pretty nice. Don't have a clue when it comes to strikers. I don't want to use Gabriel Jesus. I don't want to use Richarlison. It's boring. So I don't know what to do, because links are going to be an issue. And then centre mid, no idea. Haven't really looked into it with any great detail. So feel free to drop suggestions in the comments. I know I could put Thiago instead of Saul. I mean, apart from like slightly better passing, it's not going to make that much difference. Thiago's played quite a few games for me, actually, and he's done relatively well considering he wasn't in an advanced role. He was, I think he was told to stay back at most points. I only put him in there because he's so cheap. Look, I bought him for 5,900 coins. I think he's still that cheap, or there or thereabouts anyway. Look at that. You can buy him for less than 7,000 coins. It's crazy. I would imagine the market's just going to, out of nowhere, there we go, there's Ilicic, he's on my bench. Out of nowhere, the market will just go, and you'll be like, oh, damn, why didn't I buy this card, that card? No, he's got 3 and 3 with an assist, and I was like, I don't like him. He's one of those players, you know, like Tony. I don't like him, but he scores every game. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking now. Yuzi Dudek in the club. I have to put a Chemstel on him. I will keep him despite the 3 games. He played for another club. We need to get over it, right? I don't know what to improve there. I'll have a look into Chemstels. I don't think it matters too much, but he's going to be in the team probably for the remainder of the game because he gets a solid link, like a solid green link to any Premier League defender. I can get away with going into a hybrid because I only need 1 link to him. I don't need to be playing, like if it was like an orange link, then I'd constantly have to have 2 Premier League defenders in front of him. But I can get away with dropping Stones, for example, and then moving into a different league on the left or on the right or whatever it may be. I might do that on the right hand side, to be honest. I actually really like Stones. I don't see me getting rid of him anytime soon. I know it sounds stupid. I criticise people using him, but he is actually really good. Might take out Romero, even though he is the better defender, and maybe go into something that isn't Premier League up this side, even though I do really want Sterling. I don't know, I have to wait and see. Any suggestions, feel free, drop them in the comments. If you haven't enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.